this, get it over and done with. See, I'm making more mess. Okay, yes. It's a picture of me when I was a baby, and I need to get an album because I took a few pictures from home. But anyway, let's ignore the mess. Hi, hello. I cannot remember if I've done this before, but if you're watching me for the first time, my name is Edna. I am 27 years old. You know, every time I want to say my age, it gets a bit confusing for me. Um, it's not really confusing, but I'm almost always, well, I went to school with people who are like a year older than me. So whenever I say my age, I almost always want to say the year, like above my actual age. So instead of saying I'm 27, the number that comes to my mind first is 28, which is very weird. But anyway, I'm rambling. I am 27 years old. I work as a change analyst in the retail world. I work for um, one of the biggest African retailers. And I've been there now for, I think, about this is my fourth year in that business. But yeah, that's not the point of this video. I am and have decided to start making video diaries. Yay! This will be a channel where you and I just get to chat. I get to tell you what's on my mind. I get to tell you what's happening in my life. Things that you might want to know, things that you don't or may not even be a little bit concerned about, you're gonna get to know. And I'm welcoming you to ask a lot of questions because I'm challenging myself to go out there to connect with people and to just share with the world, right? I've been feeling called now for a very long time to just grab my mic and record something, and I have no idea what it's gonna be, what the topics or what the content is gonna look like going forward. But I just know that I am called to speak. Huh? I am called to speak, and I hope that as I do this, God will guide and direct me in a way that He sees fit, because I believe and strongly believe that we cannot be led to do things that don't necessarily align us with our purpose or calling, right? So whenever I feel called to do something specific that I don't really or normally do, I I feel the pressure to just kind of do it, right? And I'm not gonna aim for perfection. I'm not gonna try and make things perfect. Like you see right now, I just took my mic and started recording. Everything else we'll see later. If we need to edit, we'll edit. If we need to clean up a bit, we know next time we'll clean up a bit. It is a Thursday, and I'm so tired. And my place is very chaotic right now. I need to clean up. But you know what? Sometimes what matters is just showing up. And that's what I'm doing these days. I just have to show up. I'm showing up for work. I'm showing up for myself. I am showing up for the people around me, right? And that comes in many shapes, forms, and forms. Like for work, I actually get my work done. I get to the office 8:30. I leave at 4. I get to the office 8:30. Sometimes I leave at 3. What is that called? Showing up, right? In my family, with my relationships, I'm the kind of person who don't really like to take calls. But right now, the way in which I'm showing up is that I'll get your missed call, right? And I try to show up in a way that I'll call you back eventually. I'll call you back or I'll text you. But you never not gonna get a response from me. And that's how I show up, right? If I don't feel like talking, I'll let you go on voicemail. But I will text you. I will text you like, "Hey, what's up? I'm not in a very good mood, or I don't feel like talking." I'm very honest, guys. I don't play around anymore. Like, I just tell you the truth. I don't want to talk. What's up? Or I'll see you on this and that date, and that's it. And I am challenging myself to show up a lot more. And I hope that this is what I'm gonna do with this segment of my YouTube channel, because this is gonna go to YouTube. I don't know if it's gonna go to TikTok as well. I don't think so, because of the way the video is taken. See, now the English is going, because I'm supposed, it's this is landscape. I think this is landscape. Horizontally it's like this. But anyway, this is another point of the video. But the whole point of me making this video, I guess, was to just let you know that we are starting a series where I'll be posting videos, chit chatting with you as my 27 years old who stays alone in a corporate world, navigating friendships, and yeah, just finding my way around the world. I think for the very first time in a long time, I started putting myself first, and I am challenging myself to do more. I am challenging myself to go out more. I finally feel like I am, to a certain extent, in control of my world, right? There's so many things that I would like to fix in my life, but I am very content, or what's the right word? I'm very comfortable, is not the word. I am being very intentional, right, with existing in the area or the level of my life that I'm actually in. I do not have to have it all figured out right now. There's still so much more for me to learn, and I think the reason why I am getting to that now is because I have been putting a lot of pressure on myself to deliver on specific things. Um, and I feel like I'm gonna get into a lot more than I had planned to. As a 27-year-old, there's so many expectations that you put on yourself, right? There's so many expectations that the world puts around you. And I've taken this whole year, I've been asking myself the question, like, what am I missing? I feel like there's something that I'm missing, that I'm not doing right. Yes, I'm working. Yes, I'm making my own money. Like, I'm taking care of myself. But there's something that I'm not doing right, that is taking away my sense of happiness, something that is holding me back to an extent that no matter how much I do, I just feel like I'm not doing enough. It took so long for me to get to a point where I had to stand back and say, Edna, you are 27 years old, my darling. Please stop it. You have done so much for someone who is in their, I guess, late 20s now. You have achieved so much. You went to university, you graduated with your BCom, you went and did your honors, you graduated, and now, as hard as it may be, and that's a topic for another day, you have enrolled for your masters and are actually trying to get it over the line. Yeah, it's been such an interesting year. And I've had to call myself back to, like, bring myself back to reality, to say, my darling, you're doing so much and you've done so much, and don't you dare ever look at yourself and say you're not doing enough, because you are. And you're doing all of this without help. You're doing all of this by yourself. You're actually doing well. You are actually doing well. And you've come so far, and you should be proud of yourself. It's even making me emotional because there's so many things that I put to the side and said I want to focus on myself. But as you go along in this journey, there's also so many things that come up that make you question your decisions. And there's so many things that happen in life that make you wonder if everything that you're doing is the right things to do. And I'm glad to say, at my tender age, I'm proud of myself. And I know without a doubt that there's still so much more for me to do. And I will do it. When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. And indeed, when the time is right, things will start happening. Guys, you know how many times I've started businesses that never materialized, businesses that just fell off. You're I've tried so many things and nothing ever seemed to work. And I always beat myself up like, what am I doing wrong? What am I missing? Because according to the plan, my plan, guys, I should be rich by now. According to my plan, I should have a car by now. According to my plan, I should be married by now. You know, when last year started, I wrote down on my notebook and I don't have it next to me. I wrote down on my notebook that this is the year of letting go and letting God. Yeah. Did I not suffer the struggle of fighting between what is in my control and what is in God's control? Since last year till this year, I've been wrestling with God. This is in my control. This and and you know what? When you fight him, he lets you. When you fight God, he's gonna let you. Eh? When you tell him I can do this by myself, he will let you try. Yes, Anna. He will let you try, Galok. You will try by your might and you will be looking. Eh? And then there you are, trying. I got this. I know I can do this. Eh? With the power vested in me. Galok, God did not give you that power because He told you many are the plans that you may have, but He has the final say. But you did not want to wait for His final say because when you already had your plans out again. So I fought, me, and I've been fighting, letting go and letting God. Whereas I'm doing, I'm not letting God. I've let go, but I'm not letting God. There's so many other elements and powers around me that I'm allowing to take control of my life and my decisions. So much so that I'm not giving God enough time to do what He is supposed to do. And it's been a hassle. It's been such a hassle. And I don't know when it happened. I do not know, and I cannot tell you. We are not at the end, but I'm seeing the light in a sense that I finally fully surrendered to what God has planned for my life. I have fully surrendered to God's plans in my life. Because let me tell you something. You know how we just say verses in passing, like God knew me um before I was born, while I was in my mother's womb. I don't even know if that's how you say it because Lord help me stay and read the word of God and obey it. Teach me how to read, oh Father God. But you know what? He really does know us and He really does have a plan for our lives. And it's in all of us and it's in our power and our will to decide whether we really want Him to take charge and to be in control. And like I was saying, I can't tell you how it happened or when it happened. But I finally feel like I'm at a place where I've let go and I'm really letting God. Oh no. Oh Sana, I don't want to get into it because it's hard. It's very hard. Oh, it's hard. It's very hard. They don't talk about how hard it is to be a God led person, to stay in God's promises because you have faith that someday these promises will come to life. They don't tell you, Sana, how hard it is to just trust and walk by faith, walk like the blind. But anyway, this is what this it's not a podcast. This is a diary session. This is a conversation with my youngsters. This is gonna be a chit chat. We're gonna get to talk about life. We're gonna get to talk about faith. We're gonna get to talk, and please just walk this journey with me. There's so much I still need to learn. There's so much that I'm praying for, so much that I hope will come to life in the next year and in this year still, because we are in September now, so we still have about September, October, November, December, 3, 4 months. I don't know. But join me, walk with me along on this journey, like, subscribe if you feel called to. Um, but if anything, I hope that I can look back on these videos and see God's presence and see what He's done in my life. And I'm glad that, and I hope that it will help someone else out there find their own way. Yeah, this is it. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna hurt, but we're gonna do it. We will fight this fight. And you know what? We are not putting timelines to it, but when we conquer, we will conquer, my darling. We will conquer. So join me on this journey. My name is Edna, and if you feel called to follow along on this journey, let's see what happens in the next day, in the next week, in the next few months, in the next year. Who knows? I love you. Goodbye.